Today I'm going to be showing you advanced arc raiders, movement techniques, and tricks that will raise your skill level of your play and guarantee to have you win more fights, get around the map faster, and overall be more agile and harder to hit. I guarantee that there's multiple tips in here that you have never heard or seen before. This is a no BS tutorial, so drop a like and let's get right into it. First tip is something that I showcased in one of my last videos, which is tech that I have found that has been shown nowhere else. Originally, all you had to do was slide while deploying a barricade, and you were able to have the barricade placed right behind you, essentially covering your ass if someone was shooting you from behind, which is hands down the quickest way to cover since it takes place during a slide, which you would be doing a slide or a dodge roll anyways to avoid damage if you were being shot. Unfortunately, this technique got patched on the 11.12 update, but I spent an hour in the practice range trying to find a new way to do this tech, and I found it. There is only a slight difference in how you have to do it. Now, what you need to do is slide diagonally, so either holding A and W while sliding or D and W while sliding. You also want to aim the barricade slightly diagonally in the opposite direction, and the tech works just like it did before. Again, this is massively useful for covering your ass and getting behind something quick and taking shots afterwards. Another awesome thing you can do is the same thing but with deployable mines. You don't need to slide diagonally for this. Do the original technique from the patch slide barricade that I found, but with a mine, and you can continuously slide while placing mines. This is great if you're running away from someone inside of a building. I have also never seen this tech posted in any other video, so hopefully you can take advantage of it before others catch on. Next, we are going to talk about slide rolling. Slide rolling is an extremely useful technique to immediately shift your direction abruptly, allowing you to slide roll into cover very effectively or to be used during a fight. To do this, simply slide and then mid-slide hold down whatever direction key you want to dodge roll in and hit the dodge button. Sometimes I use this to slide forward through a door and then immediately dodge backwards just to test if somebody's holding an angle on me and it starts shooting at me. I also use this consistently in fights. Now you can take this a step further with a slide roll slide, which is adding an additional slide after the dodge. This is best for when you're fighting someone close range, as it makes your hitbox harder and your head much more difficult to hit. This is a little trickier to hit, but what you want to do is do the normal slide, then the roll in whatever direction you want, and make sure as you're coming up from the roll, you are already holding down your shift key. Then you're going to hit your slide key the second you hear a footstep. This will keep your momentum and make it extremely hard for anyone to hit you due to your headbox going all over the place. On the same topic of avoiding headshot damage, as headshots are king in this game, if you're using close range weapons like shotguns, Venators, Stitchers, Bobcats, guns like this, you should utilize this next tip. Now, bunny hopping in this game while sprinting may seem stupid, but there's actually a few reasons why it's really broken. First is that when you're jumping up and down, no one expects it, so the shock factor alone can throw somebody off. Second, when you're jumping like this, your head is bopping up and down, which makes it much harder to hit. Now, you may be asking, won't my bullet spread be significantly affected by this? The answer is kind of, but you can avoid it. Watch the crosshair here when I execute a jump. When you start the jump, the spread actually doesn't begin changing until you reach the top of the jump. So you ideally want to time your shots, specifically if you're using a shotgun, at the beginning of the jump for the spread to not affect it. If you don't believe that this is useful tech, just watch this clip. For the next tip, many of you are still sliding down hills incorrectly. By default, C is your toggle crouch, and left control is your hold crouch. If you're using your toggle crouch to slide down hills, you're doing it wrong. Toggle crouch does the shortest possible slide, even while going downhill. Hold crouch will do however long a slide you are able to given your skill tree, which will allow you to slide all the way down hills versus just part of them, saving stamina and time. The next tip is about the smooth when line of fire is blocked setting. I would strongly suggest turning this off, because what it is doing is it is smoothing out where your actual shot is going to hit. If you take a shot in the middle of the smoothing effect, you're not getting an actual read on where the bullet would actually hit. Turning this off makes the switch instant, allowing you to make less mistakes. The next tip is about stamina management. You can sprint around the whole map without ever running out of stamina simply by sprint sliding. What you do is you slide while continuing to hold down sprint, and the second you hear 2 footsteps after the slide, slide again. This will keep you in a perpetual state of sliding, and you will never run out of stamina even with your gun out. So now you can move around the map with full stamina and your gun out and get around much faster than walking. The last tip I want to give is about barricade pushing. This is particularly helpful in indoor fights, but is also useful for outdoor fights. Place a barricade down, and while behind the barricade, aim off to the side with another barricade around the center of the barricade. If you're aiming too high or too low, it will not deploy. Then place it down and move up. Then place another and repeat the cycle. This creates forward pressure without the risk of being shot. If you start getting naded and the diagonal placed barricades don't deflect the nades, just run back a few barricades until they explode and then move up again. I stream live every day here on YouTube, so hit that sub and like button if you enjoy no bullshit tutorials. If you enjoy videos like this, I will continue to make more. Peace.